back to the case studies. I'm here with Naomi, and she has entrepreneurial imposter syndrome. And this means when she's pitching to new clients, she gets nervous. She thinks she's not as good as other entrepreneurs. And even if she gets the job, she feels she has to do perfect results, and she worries a lot and scared she might not do as good as the client needs, and it'll be her fault, and they'll get angry at her and fire her, and she'll feel she's let them down, that they're disappointed, that she's a failure. She'll be ashamed and embarrassed by all the mistakes she made. Of course, she never actually makes mistakes, but she's worried that would happen. And this is an enormous energy drain. She thinks, when we talked before this call, she calculated she could be easily losing more than $300,000 of income a year because she has this, and she doesn't reach out to people or talk to new people about it. And she's always thinking to herself, why would they trust me? Constant worry she's doing something wrong, that she's not doing the best for a client. They could be doing better work with someone else. And it totally gets in her way. And not only that, it affects her health and stress levels. She sometimes has to eat emergency desserts in order to feel better, or go work out for 2 or 3 hours just to feel okay to make that client call. So it takes up a lot of time and energy. So thank you, Naomi, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yay! Are you ready to clear this out of your life?
Yes.
All right. So let's connect to the light, and I invite everyone at home to connect to the light too, or in your office or wherever you're watching this. So just put both feet on the ground, close your eyes, take your consciousness up a few thousand miles and connect to the truth, light, and love of your true self, and bring that light down through the top of your head, through your throat, your shoulders, chest, stomach, abdomen, hips, legs, feet, and take that light down, down, down to the center of the earth, and connect with the love, understanding, support, and total acceptance of Mother Earth, and bring that light back up through your feet, legs, hips, abdomen, stomach, chest, shoulders, neck, head, top of your head. So now you have light coming from above and below at the same time. And now expand your heart out as big as the room you're in, as big as the building, the city, as big as the country, as big as the planet, as big as the solar system, the galaxy, and the universe. So that's what I call connecting to the light, or to the light connect, which has a little acronym TLC. And if you want those instructions, again, they're on the Intuitive Leadership Mastery website under the page called TLC. All right. So tell us a bit more about this imposter syndrome. You can open your eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you like to know?
Well, tell us a bit more how it feels when you're going to make some sales calls or doing a project.
I feel nervous and uncertain and scared.
What, nervous, uncertain, and scared. What do you notice? Let's just think about making a sales call right now to someone you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
To pitch them on using you for the services you do.
Mm-hmm.
So you're feeling nervous, uncertain, scared. Anything else?
Mostly those.
What do you notice in your body?
Tension in my stomach.
Stomach tense.
Mm-hmm.
What else in your body?
Probably quicker breathing.
Rapid breathe. Is it deep breathing, shallow breathing?
No, shallow breathing. Not hyperventilating, but not deep breaths.
Anything else you notice in your body?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question, and this is a question to your intuition, not your rational mind.
Okay.
First number that comes to your head is the right answer. Any second numbers would be second guessing, and that would be your ego trying to give the right answer. Okay. You don't have to know the answer to the question in your rational memory. Are you okay if I ask such a question?
Yes.
So contemplating feeling nervous, uncertain, scared, stomach's tense, your breathing is rapid and shallow. What's the youngest age you felt the same way?
6.
Who was that with?
My parents.
Do you have a conscious memory of what was going on, or is it a
Mm,
mystery?
the first thing that came, I have a memory that came to mind, but I don't know if it's a real memory or not.
Well, say it anyway. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. It's what's the root of this pattern you have in your business.
Yeah. Well, I don't see the connection, but maybe the memory that came to my mind was when my parents sat me down and told me that they were getting divorced.
Mm. So you felt nervous, uncertain, scared, tense in your tummy, breathing was shallow.
Yes.
Yeah. Makes total sense to me. Because typically people recreate these patterns throughout their whole life. Have you had these feelings since then, since you were 6-year-old?
Of uncertainty? Yes.
Uncertainty? So you've had it many times? Is that what you're saying? Like
Yeah.
in school, university, business, travel,
Yeah.
relationships?
Yes.
Pretty universal thing that you recreate.
Yeah.
But and my belief is we recreate these things to give us opportunities to clear them.
Okay, let's clear it.
Let's clear it. So make sure you're still connected to the light from above and
Okay.
below, and you're expanded out. Take a deep breath. And let's visualize light coming from above and below to the 6-year-old version of yourself. And clearing this pattern from her as she sat down with her parents and they told her they were getting divorced. And let's send the light of certainty and calm to her. What color would that be for you in this moment?
What color is the light?
Yeah, the light of certainty.
Purple.
So let's send purple light to her. Let's send a whole waterfall of purple light. So she's just totally covered in certainty. And let's send the energy of calm to her too. And let's send that energy and light to all the other myriads of ages that you've had these same pattern and sensations. And I'm going to ask you another question to your intuition. What's the first number that comes to your mind when I ask you how many ancestors on your mother's side have the same pattern?
7.
Okay, let's send light to all them, living or dead, from above and below. So the light doesn't have to come from you. You're not depleting yourself. You're asking the universe to send that light from above and below to them.
How can I send light to them if I don't know who they are?
You don't need to know who they are. Just to command it to happen.
Okay.
Just by you asking your intuition how many of them there are, that's enough information to be able to send it to them. I mean, if you really wanted to spend longer, you could ask, what gender are they? How old are they? What color's their hair? What's their name? And the more intuition work you do, you can actually get that information.
Mm-hmm.
And you could then, if you chose to, correlate it with looking at your family tree or asking your parents who my ancestors are, and is there a person of this name who looks like this? But you don't need to do that. You can just command the universe's energy to clear them. And they're quite happy to get cleared. They've been carrying this stuff for centuries in some cases. How many ancestors on your father? Let's leave that cooking in the background on the back of the intuition stove. How many ancestors on your father's side have had the same pattern?
8.
Okay, so let's send light from above and below to all of those. I get head twitching when I'm clearing energy. Other people yawn or need to stretch or whatever. Sometimes people even go to sleep when they need to clear something. How many, let's keep that going on the back burner. How many past lives have you had with this pattern?
4.
Okay, so let's see. Let's send love and light from above and below to all those past lives where you had this pattern. And that could be either where you feel this way or you were with someone else in a past life who felt this way and you were the client figure. How many future lives do you have with this pattern?
0.
0, yay! How much, if we ask for a number between 0 and 100 that represents the percentage of this pattern left in you in this moment, what number comes to you?
60.
60?
Mm-hmm.
What would it take to make it 50%?
Aren't you supposed to tell me that?
I'm asking your intuition.
My intuition doesn't know.
What would it take for it to know?
I'm not sure.
Let's just throw more energy of certainty into you right now. And let's just remove any fog of uncertainty from around you. Just visualize a copy of yourself and see any uncertainty as a fog around you that obscures your vision. And let's just send a wind of certainty light to kind of just brush that away. Let's cut cords between you and everyone in your family. So just see a sword of light cutting through any negative energy cords. You can keep the love cords, but let's just cut any negative draining energy you have with people in your family. How many cords do you feel we just cut?
3.
Where, for the most strong cord, where in your body was that attached?
My hip.
How did you keep that cord in place for so long, draining your energy?
I didn't notice it.
You didn't notice. So let's put the energy of noticing in your hip so that we heal that. See light coming into your hip. What about the second strongest cord? Where's that in your, where was that attached in your body?
My heart.
And how did you keep that one in place?
It was just there.
Was it in the front or the back?
The front.
Was there any emotion associated with it?
No.
You just didn't notice it, or?
Yeah, it was just a rope.
A rope in the heart? Well, do you know what it was, what energy it was taking from you?
No.
No. Where was the third one in your body?
In my back.
Upper back, middle back,
Yeah,
lower back?
upper back. Between my shoulders.
And what do you notice about that cord?
Oh, I cut it, so it's dangling off now.
Yeah, but we're going to heal how it attached, so it won't reattach.
I don't know. It's gray.
Okay. I got the word shame. I don't know if that resonates with you or not.
Sure.
So that's clear everywhere you let shame attach to you around the back where you wouldn't notice it. Seems to be a lot of not noticing and unawareness
Yeah.
you use to keep patterns in place. It's almost like that. What are those three famous monkeys? You know, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. It's almost like when you were 6 years old, or other times you had this old pattern. It's like, nah, 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 I'm not listening, no. If I'm not aware of it, it'll go away. So let's clear that. It's okay to see your reality clearly. What would it take for you to be okay to see all your reality clearly? What would it take for it to be safe, right, and good for you to see your reality clearly?
Trust.
Let's bring in the energy of trust to your body now. What would it take for you to trust?
Recognizing patterns of good things.
So seeing the good things in your life, gratitude, that kind of thing.
I guess.
Or seeing the other patterns you run.
Yeah.
What would it take for you to see the patterns you run?
More inward journeys.
And what would it take for you to have inward journeys?
More meditation.
And what would that take?
Psychedelics.
Inward journeys, meditation, and psychedelics. Well, I'm sure you can just go on Amazon.com and order meditation and psychedelics, right?
Maybe one day.
One day in our dream. Yes, I have a psychedelic dream that one day we will be able to go online and just order up a dose of meditation or psychedelics.
Yeah.
For delivery by drone within the hour. Yes. Why not? What % of this pattern's left now?
50.
Well, that was easy. You went from 100 to 50 in like 20 minutes. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Been carrying this for your whole life in this lifetime, or at least since the age 6. And let's just clear any stuff around uncertainty and unawareness from your babyhood, your birth. Did you check out during your birth, or did your mother check out, or your father?
I don't remember my birth.
Well, we're just asking your intuition. Did any of you 3 check out?
No.
No check out then. What about during your pregnancy?
No.
What about during your conception? Yes, you did have a conception.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
A bit of a check out at that point.
Yeah.
So let's clear that. Let's clear any uncertainty and unawareness and vagueness out of your DNA and all your cells, all your body parts and energy systems, chakras, meridians, everything else, all your other dimensions. What will it take? What percentage is left now?
49.
And what would it take to get it to 48 3/4?
More light.
So let's throw more light in. How many centuries is it going to take you to get rid of this pattern at the rate we're going?
10.
10 centuries. So what would it take to move that forward in time? What are you afraid of if you let this go?
Good question.
Suppose you felt competent and confident, and that you were fine making lots of cold calls and cold emails.
Being wrong.
and fine being wrong and making mistakes, and fine if other people get upset or feel let down.
That would be too easy.
It would be too easy?
Yeah.
Some people are okay with that. Doesn't mean you can't make it up to someone if you make a mistake.
Yeah. That's true. Is somebody screaming?
Yes, someone's screaming. They don't want to let this go. No, please, no.
Maybe.
They're just echoing your feeling. I think it was some young child or baby in the street. Yes. So, yeah, just suppose, like, do you have a role model of some entrepreneur that you know who doesn't have this pattern? They're just confident and fine making mistakes.
I don't know what anyone's inner feelings are except my own.
Well, I know you don't know for sure, but is there someone you've read about or seen who comes to mind? They're like, oh yeah, they seem to have this down pretty okay.
No one specific.
No one comes to mind, like Elon Musk or Richard Branson, or I don't know.
Yeah,
think
maybe Steve
famous.
Jobs.
Steve Jobs. He seemed pretty confident. Okay, making mistakes.
Maybe.
Okay, getting up on stage in front of thousands of people and millions of people on the internet watching him, pitching.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just bring that positive aspect of Steve Jobs into you. What would you think about adding that aspect of him onto your spiritual advisory board?
I can do that.
Who else would you like on your spiritual advisory board that would help out with being confident and good at talking to people about what you're going to do?
Frank Warren.
Anyone else?
Gandhi.
Fabulous. He was great at pitching. He was. He managed to pitch a whole empire that they'd let India be independent.
Yeah, you're right.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein. Good.
Yeah, he came up with a whole theory of physics that was totally contradicting what had come before.
Yeah.
Anyone else you want?
Nelson Mandela.
He spent 30 years in jail because he was confident in his own beliefs.
Yeah.
And he managed not to get ticked off at the jailers through meditating and psychedelics.
Maybe.
Probably mostly meditating. I don't think they let him have psychedelics. So let's just have all these people come together for a special meeting of your spiritual advisory board. What would any of them say to you about how to let go the other 48.75%?
Just do it.
Just do it. Anything else? What would it take to just do it?
Doing it.
So suppose you were going to, after this call, just do it. What would it take for you to do one of these things? Send a cold email, make a phone call, record a video, whatever it is.
Do it while I feel uncomfortable. And then the more I do it, I will become more comfortable.
Oh, that's clever. So I'm going to write that down for the show notes. Do it. So you don't have to wait until you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Is that what you've sometimes done in the past?
Yes.
It's genius advice. Anything else they have to help you out?
Trust yourself.
That's great. What else?
That's it.
Could they, if you were writing a particular email or going to make a phone call, could they suggest what words might help for that particular individual?
I could consult them.
Yes, they might have great suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of your pattern is left now?
40.
Great work. What would it take to get to 30%?
Practicing it.
What would it take for you to practice?
Doing it, hanging up the phone and writing an email.
Can you write an email when we hang up the call?
I can.
Well, what would it take for you to do that?
Discipline.
Do you have that discipline or do you need it?
I don't think I have it.
Okay, so let's just throw some energy of discipline. What area of your life are you disciplined in? I'm sure it's not everywhere that you're not disciplined.
Yeah.
Are you
When it's
disciplined?
easy to be disciplined.
Well, where in your life is it easy for you to be disciplined?
Yoga.
Yoga. So you have a disciplined practice of yoga?
Yeah.
So how are you disciplined in yoga? What do you do? If you wanted to teach me to be disciplined in my yoga practice, how do I do that?
Think about the results that you want and know that you, even if it's not fun now, you have to do it. You have to be disciplined in order to achieve what you want.
Anything else you do in yoga or you've done in the past to help you get to this deep level of discipline?
Not giving myself any other choice.
Love it. So you don't like line up 7 ice creams and a movie next to the yoga practice. You're like, you put those to one side and there's only yoga. And then you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you do in yoga that helps you be disciplined?
Do it with other people.
Oh, that's great. So it's easier to be disciplined when other people have chosen to do a class with you or whatever.
Yeah, or if I am paying a teacher to do it with me.
Pay a teacher to do it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other things that help you be disciplined when you do yoga?
Mostly those.
So how could you apply any or all of those to your work where you want more discipline?
Find someone to hold me accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And think about the end goal.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that extra 300,000 plus a year as you're going to save because you won't be worrying. The money you're going to save from those extra helpings of dessert that you don't need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
The inches off your waistline that will melt away because you're not doing that and stressing out.
Mm-hmm.
All the millions of people on the planet you'll be able to help because you'll be reaching out and shining your beautiful self fully.
Yeah.
You said in yoga you don't give yourself out. You have no alternative. How can you do that for these work tasks?
Same mindset. Classification.
Mm-hmm. And then you said doing it with other people helps you. How could you do that?
Sign up for some sort of mastermind or something.
Cool. Or co-working space or do a Focus 55 or some other thing where you go intense with other people.
Yeah.
And you said pay a teacher helps you.
Yeah.
Is there someone you could be paying that would make you committed to doing these tasks?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think if you did those things, it would give you discipline to just do it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. That was easy. What percentage are you at now?
I still got it, but I'll work towards it.
Mm-hmm. I know you still got it. How much of it have you still got?
30%.
Still at 30. What if we brought in your future self who doesn't have this issue from 10 centuries hence? Or maybe it's only from 3 months hence. I don't know. What would she say? How does she overcome this?
Practice.
Practice. Nothing else? Is there some Ben and Jerry's flavor of ice cream that would really help? Or yes, confidence and cookie dough. New flavor.
Maybe in 10 centuries they have that.
Yes, what a great idea. Yeah. And then they have donuts and discipline. Or, maybe there's special yoga moves you can do that would give you this, that would work on the part of your energy system.
Headstand.
Headstand. What if you wrote whatever work it is you do, doing a headstand? Where you dictated it onto a little voice recorder?
That would be really hard.
I know, but it would help you get off your procrastination wheel and get it done.
Maybe.
I don't think most people stay in headstands for more than a few minutes.
You're right.
Are there any other different locations or positions that might get you more unstuck?
Not that are coming to me.
I just see, what's that yoga pose where you're standing on one leg and you're kind of leaning forward with your arms out? Warrior 3 or something? Or
Yeah.
maybe just do your work in that pose. It's a pretty confident pose.
Could try that.
Actually, a lot of yoga poses are pretty confident, really.
Yeah.
All of the warrior poses are pretty confident.
Yeah.
You could just stand over your computer in Warrior 3, typing away.
I could try that.
Couldn't be any worse than it is already.
True.
What about locations? Do you work in a home office, or you go to a coffee shop, or you have an office? Or...
Yeah, usually from home.
So is there some other location that would help you?
Maybe.
What comes to mind for today?
Co-working spaces.
A co-working space. Is there one near you you could try out?
Yes.
Are you okay trying that for one day? See if it does any difference?
Sure.
That's brave of you. What else would help?
Scheduling it.
When do you want to schedule it for?
Every day.
What time?
Whenever. Just putting it on the to-do list.
I'm not getting putting on the to-do list is quite as good as picking a time.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. Is that 11:01 or 11:57 or 11 on the dot?
Yeah.
And how would you remember that it is going to happen at 11?
Put it in my calendar.
All right. Would you share that with someone else so they could remind you if you forget?
Yeah.
Anything else helps you stay disciplined and confident? And music, dance, food? No. Teddy bears?
No.
photo of happy clients on the back of your laptop.
I could try that.
Sure. Smiling.
Yeah.
Helps a lot of people. Just physically smiling changes your whole body chemistry.
It's true.
What percentage are you at right now?
0.
Are you really?
I don't know. I need to do it first. I think I need to just go out and do it.
You just need to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you ready to do it?
Yes.
Going to do a headstand warrior 3 while eating confidence cookie crumble ice cream, looking at photos of happy clients while you smile.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you, when you schedule it for 11 a.m. every day, how long are you going to do it for?
Until I finish it.
Okay. Is that inspiring for you? Do it until you finish?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you know you finished?
Well, I'll set goals.
You'll set a little goal. You'll say, I'm going to do so many outreach things. Set a mini goal. Is there anything else you need right now to be complete?
Don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing this.
I'm
looking forward to seeing the wild results you create.
I'll keep you posted.
Please drink some water. You've done a lot of moving of energy.
Okay.
If you need an emergency nap, then break the glass on your emergency nap button.
Okay, I will.
All right. Well, thank you for being on the case study.
Thank you.